Growing up, I really wanted to be a hero. That magnitude of purpose it takes to sacrifice our lives for something greater, to become larger than life, to be stronger for someone else, to smile in the face of adversity in order to comfort the people around us, to be someone capable of withstanding that pressure and responsibility, to be overwhelmingly competent to the point people look up to you to relieve their emotional burden. I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to be remembered. I wanted to be able to navigate life with that grand purpose of being someone who can serve others. I wanted to be loved. Growing up, I quickly learned that you're only loved if you're useful. Love felt largely conditional. Words like good, real, true, bad are all social constructs to manipulate people to be useful to other people. They want to tame us into good little boys in order to uphold interdependency. And I wanted to be above that. I didn't want to be a victim of that manipulation. It felt stupid to let myself be brainwashed by other people's validation and uphold righteousness not for myself, but to please other people. My worldview of right and wrong crashed and I had to relearn everything. Reevaluate everything. I do understand the importance of this social conditioning though. Interdependency, when humans work together, is how the greatest things are accomplished. Therefore, this system is unconsciously established to encourage everyone to contribute to this cosmic interdependency. So we praise things that are useful and berate things that aren't. But ignorant people can absolutely botch this system. To get the most out of life, I was going to become the nicest, most generous person. I was taught the perfect guy would never cross anyone's boundaries, never make anyone feel unsafe. I kept to myself, I let others trample over me. I handed my opportunities to other people on a silver platter. I was afraid to disagree, suggest, challenge, because I could risk losing their love. I had the personality of wet cement. I lacked experience, value, because never taking or having anything would mean other people will have more and then they will love and respect me for that. And I wouldn't be in their way. That's why they say nice guys finish last. What they mean by that is people who are ostensibly brainwashed by social conditioning finish last. I got angry, resentful with all these lies. I watched assholes and people I villainized attract the girls I liked, make the friends I want. Realizing how far behind my peers I was, I couldn't handle it. I was pissed off. I was going to become better than everyone else. I'm going to get the most girls, be the most fit, learn how to fight, learn social skills, become so successful these lies would mean nothing to me. And I had the perception that I can rest in the security of my options when I am famous, rich and attractive, and I would never have to be alone again. This is why we need a moral compass. Everything is confusing without it. I needed one, but I just thrown mine away and I needed to build a new one, which will take a very long time. Nowadays I instigate, I have villainous intent. I wish badly for other people who don't do what I think is right, who don't align with my personal interests, so that I can be certain in my answers in my own head, so that I can rest in the certainty that I'm right. I wish others who I don't see working hard on what I find to be important to do badly in life, so that will prove me right. I'm a monster. I really only care for those who care for me. I can only be honest to those who care for me. I want everyone else to lose, so that I can win everything and make the people who care for me feel special for knowing me and happy that they chose to stay with me. The accumulation of scarcity, the lie that being a better man will bring you better things, entirely fucked my worldview. I let myself bottle up all the hatred and now I spew it onto other people. I'm no longer a hero. I probably can't be one again. I don't think I can fight for people as a whole and forgive everyone because of the sheer amount of monsters out there and how furious I am with the lies of social conditioning. One of my closest friends tried to groom my sister a year and a half ago. He was 18 and she was 14 and they met up behind my back and that still fucks with my head. I trusted him, I trusted her. I still love and trust and have honest conversations with my sister today, but for a long time I couldn't stop thinking, why the fuck did you guys have to do that to me? Why did I have to care so much? Why couldn't I just say goodbye to both of them as soon as possible? Of course, I'm not talking to that guy anymore. A few years ago, I really liked this girl. We had an honest conversation on how important it is to communicate between friends. She missed talking to a mutual friend of ours and didn't want to appear too needy and therefore didn't want to text her. I convinced her to do so and we agreed on being transparent and never having to beat around the bush and play this attention currency game. And I was so happy that we were getting closer in this wholesome, genuine way. She even told me her mom finds me attractive and shit. But a few weeks later, she began to leave my text unread and slowly disappeared from my life. I was heartbroken. I've heard countless stories from my sister on how her friends, teenagers 14 years old, would go to parties and sneak into clubs and bars, and dudes above 18 would take advantage of their stupidity at that age and have sex with them. I've spoken to this girl online who was invited to a guy's house to study together and ended up getting raped by him and his friends, and not telling anyone about it because it's embarrassing and she can take it. Absolute monsters out there. I've many of these small events here and there that wouldn't stop persuading me that the world absolutely stinks. Why the fuck should I love people? Why the hell would I make any sacrifices for strangers? Why did I ever want to protect these liars who won't stop hurting me? And this fundamental pillar of our development as a young guy is bound to shatter. Because to be a hero is much harder than we imagine. Most of the time, the right thing to do is the hardest. To give back to people who fucked us over and over, who've broken our hearts. Why am I still kind and friendly? Why do I still want to cheer someone up? Why am I still fighting so hard to preserve the good in me? Despite this resentment, now and then I have conversations with honest and friendly store owners. Impressionable, naive children look up to me, smiling with pure intent. I see affectionate parents. I speak to elderly who are so happy to be talking to me. I climb a mountain with the most wonderful, friendly people from all over the globe who cheer me on. My mother admitting to me that at her age, she still doesn't really know what is wrong and right. What is the best way to live? My mother serving me food even when I deliberately tell her I don't need any. I see positive effects, good deeds people have done on my life. When I'm having a terrible day, I might have someone wielding the most genuine smile speak to me, which almost inspires me to the point of tears. I remember a few months ago sitting outside the gym, feeling terrible about where my life was going. To have a few guys that I was speaking to in the gym come up to me and ask me how long I've been working out and that they wanted to look like me. And then we shook hands and parted ways. These tiny kind gestures, these wonderful honest people who are indeed amongst us, they remind me that doing good things, being kind and friendly, has an impact on other people. Frankly, I'm actively wrestling with this. There is something deep within me fighting to remain good, to care, to be kind and friendly, to make a little sacrifice to help someone out, to smile at other people in a world where everyone looks fucking miserable. I want to be that person willing to do that. I want to be the guy who picks up the burden that no one else can. I want to be amongst those kind and genuine people who choose to transform their pain into competence that can be used to bring good to the people they care about, despite how difficult it is, despite how many painful memories they carry. Wanting to be all these things, I am one self-centered narcissistic motherfucker. Changing yourself to respond to the pain terrible people have brought upon you in a way where you want to bring pain to other people, where you want to be socially aloof, resentful, and express that pain outward, will prove that you admitted defeat to these assholes. Your resolve and character is weaker than their attack. That's why you had to give up on your desire to be good. We are stronger than that. We got things to fight for. Memories we cherish. If we lose ourselves now, we won't be doing those wonderful memories any good. How would younger you look upon you for hope when you are now a mess of despair and frustration? For the people who've genuinely cared for me, for the people who think about me from afar, for the memories I cherish, maybe, in small ways, I can still be a hero. I love you. Good luck. It's a better world.